What is happening, people? Welcome back to another weekly outlook where we're going to analyze the market and see what we're going to be looking at. So we are coming into a new month. This is going to be the first week of December. I believe price action is still quite good, to be honest, but let's see what the week brings. Personally, for me, last week I didn't take any trades, so hopefully we can get something in this week. So starting off with the DXY, you can see the pairs here on the right. These are the pairs we are going to analyze today. So starting with the DXY, let's take a look. So this is what we are looking at. DXY has been bullish, so we can see this on the weekly time frame. We've been popping up basically back into this weekly order block right here, and it's getting to a point where we've taken out this high, this buy side liquidity, and price is somewhat indecisional. We can see on the daily time frame right there, we took out that buy side, right? Inverted this daily fair value gap here. So I would have expected this to hold and have a nice closure above the bodies right here, and obviously above this high. But from what we can see here on price, we got somewhat of a closure, but price has now inverted this daily fair value gap, started respecting it here on the previous day, which was Friday. So the potential outcome of this is for price to continue lower, right? So we're looking at these bodies as the targets, also these lows, and right below that low we do have a monthly fair value gap we can see right there. So with that being said, I am bearish DXY. So again, we're just going to be targeting this monthly fair value gap. And with that being said, we're looking at euro longs then, if that's going to be the thing. So euro longs, we have something similar here as well. We can see on the weekly time frame, we did come back into this weekly order block right there. And after that weekly order block on the daily time frame, we can see quite clearly that there was somewhat of an SMT here with DXY. Now we do have an overall SMT on a larger time frame, which is going to be more visible on the monthly from this low to this low right here. That was the first potential sign that price may want to continue higher, but we also have an SMT now with these two lows right there. So I do believe that we are going to continue higher this week, especially with the lower prices on DXY. Again, we've inverted this daily fair value gap. It did not hold. We had the chance here to push down, take out these lows, or at least close below the body. We did not. We've now respected this inverted gap. So again, we're going to be looking at targeting these highs. And remember, on the XY, we do have a monthly fair value gap. We don't have one on euro. So I'd like to see price continue higher and stop trading once we reach these highs. Let's see how price responds to these highs. If we do create more daily PD arrays, then I would look for price to continue higher off of them. But for now, that's going to be the target for me. On pound, we do have something similar as well. Pound, I am bullish pound. And just to cut it nice and simple, we do have this nice daily order block right here. So I am looking for price to come into this daily order block and continue higher towards the monthly. You know, price could always just continue higher. It does not need to retrace into the order block, but it would be nice to see a retracement so we do have a little bit of range to play before reaching this monthly fair value gap. And again, just seeing how price responds to this monthly area before wanting to continue higher or continue lower. Just stop trading after we take out this. So bullish pound and bullish euro and bearish DXY. That's what I'm looking at. When it comes to the FTSE is somewhat interesting, right? We've literally come off of this weekly order block right here, and we have quite the rejection. Respect the fair value gap as well, and price looks to be continuing higher. We are going to print this new monthly fair value gap right there if we go to the monthly time frame because of December. But with the way this candle has been created with a sort of doji looking candle, there is a little bit of indecision, but with that being like that, we can go down to the lower time frames, and all that indecisional candle is technically a move down, possibly just to continue higher. That's all it is. I don't believe that this breaker block right here that we see, I don't believe it's going to hold to push price down. Now, the first sign of that would be inverting the first daily PD array, which is this daily imbalance right here. So what I want to see here, because I am bullish The FTSE, I want to see price come into that daily and continue higher, or just continue higher. Simple as that. If price inverts this daily, that's when I'm going to go down to the lower time frame to see, does it make sense that price may just want to continue down towards those lows into the monthly before taking off for a bigger buy, market maker buy model. But for now, I'm not expecting a massive move all the way down here. I just want to see how price is going to respond with this daily, or if the new daily candle is going to open and we're just going to continue higher. Because overall, my bias is bullish. That's all that matters. Same with the DAX. So on the DAX is quite interesting. We waited for ages for it to come into this monthly fair value gap. Price it's now rejected it. Weekly is still somewhat bearish because we did somewhat close below this low, but again, I wouldn't expect it to hold for too long. I would like to see the new weekly candle kind of pop down, and then we can get that nice bullish move for an expansion move on the weekly, which would mean that on the daily it'd be very similar to the FTSE. I would be looking for a new daily PD array to hold here, because we can see the inverted PD array has held. I'd like to see the new daily imbalance hold. I'm not expecting this breaker block right here to hold, only give somewhat of a reaction to take liquidity into opposing PD array and then obviously continue higher. That's all I'm looking for. So again, I'm looking for longs or else a straight continuation of just longs on the daily time frame. I am bullish. On silver has been quite interesting. We are at all-time high. Price is pushing like crazy to respect the weekly fair value gap. Again, at this stage, because it is within the external range liquidity, I would say be very careful. I was personally not trading silver this week, but there was a nice expansion move there on the Friday. But again, if I was going to trade it, I would be looking for longs. So if price wants to leave something here, possibly on the Tuesday, maybe a nice imbalance, we could continue higher, or you could just look for continuation longs straight off the bat. And that would be down in the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minute. But as of now, again, I am bullish on this, but I don't see anything clear here on the day that price may want to come to just yet. But again, I would focus on longs with silver. Same with gold. Gold looks to be making its way up higher. We have closed above this high. It seems to be bullish internally at the moment. So again, I would be looking longs. Maybe price may want to retrace a little bit into this before continuing higher, but I do believe the price will just probably take off here. So again, bullish silver, bullish gold. On Bitcoin has been interesting. So we have started to come off the 79 level and we are starting to push higher. I'm looking for one thing and one thing only right now to make sure that this does want to go higher. I'm looking to see if the daily time frame wants to show us that it wants to hold. So we inverted this fair value gap right here. We can see price retested it, starting to push higher. Again, internally, we have an order block on the 4 hour. We do have this daily imbalance right here. I would love to see price just come into it and start to show some sort of order flow continuations to go higher. Once it comes off the daily, that would be absolutely amazing. We do have some barriers here on the weekly on Bitcoins. We have to be careful of these barriers. Price may just get some sort of reaction from it. But if I was going to be taking longs, like I was saying on the daily time frame, I would like to see it get respected now, make its way up higher, and then wait to see how price responds to that area. I wouldn't be fully bullish on Bitcoin until we take out this high, which is at 105k. Then I would be 100% like, okay, this is going higher. For now, it's like, okay, well, is it possible to get into maybe a long move towards there and possibly not take a break even if price does want to continue higher? That would be great. But if not, again, stops brought to break even if I'm in long, and if price comes down, at least it's a break even if the trend does want to continue bearish. But as of now, I'm looking at longs this week on Bitcoin. Euro CAD, not too interesting. It's an absolute range, so I would advise staying away from it. Pound CAD, again, it's looking extremely rangy. The only thing I do see that could possibly happen is we are getting a rejection off this weekly time frame. We have been quite bullish, so playing any sort of shorts here I do think is slightly dangerous, but at least we are coming off this weekly order block and fair value gap. If something does happen, the daily will show us pretty quick. I would like to see this daily get inverted before looking for shorts. So for now, I do have a neutral bias. Price may just continue higher off of this with the overall trend. If it does that, where price does come higher, we create this order block, I would say that I would be officially bullish on this. But as of now, at this moment, I'm just waiting, absolutely neutral. I don't know what's going to happen next. So with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this outlook this week, feel free to let me know. I'm currently abroad right now, so I'm just trying to do my best with the videos, and we'll see if we can get something out this week, some live trades, trade recaps. If you like the video, feel free to like, subscribe, follow the new Instagram page I have down below, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great week, guys.